Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Fog, thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Stay tuned. Let's rock. I got you. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinking's mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together, and that's the question I ask. Do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's my point. That's my goal. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, it's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Let's talk about freedom. Let's talk about true freedom comes from what? Self-mastery. What you talking about? I know I'm free. Let's talk about it. And if you pay attention and listen, you might could learn something and stop talking because what you're saying is meaning nothing. Moving on. Sorry about that, but I got to let you know. Listen. Pay attention. Right thinking philosophies. My goal is for all right thinkers is to what? Free themselves. From ignorance of knowledge of self. Ding, 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 ding. If you can tell me you know thyself, then you're free. But if you're confused, if you're in search, then you need some knowledge of self. That's what I'm going to try to explain to you or give to you. That's how you free yourself with knowledge of self. How about that? Self-mastery. When you free yourself from ignorance and you know thyself, you just freed yourself from what? The prison of ignorance. A lot of us is in that prison. My job is to just bring you the key, give it to you, and you have at it. Moving on. That's what teachers do. We are all born prisoners of what? Our higher self, meaning we're ignorant. We don't know thyself. We're born that way. Why? Memory, right? Clean, reincarnation, new birth, new memory. Okay, so your goal in life is to what? Know thyself. Become rich and famous? Nah. To start foundation, become legacy? Know thyself. Anything after that, you can do what you want. But don't get all of that and don't know thyself. There's a lot of that going on. Why? Because they pushing everything else except that. Our ancients push just that. Know thyself. Okay, that was it. Okay, you need this. What? Trust me. Trust me. Generations later, we don't have a clue. And that's what the problem for us is. We're ignorant of ourselves, so we're prisoners of our own selves without knowledge of self. Self-knowledge. Again, you need to know who? Yourself. You. Oh, my name is so... No, my name is Elmer J. Fudd. I own a mansion and yacht. Don't mean jack. Okay? Nothing. Self-knowledge is the hidden key, again, to what? Open that door of freedom from what? Ignorance of self. It's real easy. It's real easy. So easy. Some people just go right on by it. Don't even pay attention. The illusion of the human being. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We don't know that we are spiritual beings. We think we're human beings with a spirit. Backwards. That's why self-knowledge and knowledge of self is so important. So you don't have that problem. Those who reach what? Self-mastery. You hear me say, those who reach it. Everybody don't, we all start out right here. Okay, this is it. Self-mastery is here. There's a whole lot of people out here. Ain't too many people up top. So that's what I said. Those who reach self-mastery is free from what? The cycle of what we call reincarnation. Due to what? Self-knowledge. If you're ignorant and your body ceases to exist, the spirit don't know home, so it can't go home back to the creator. Why? It don't know who it is, so it got to find another host body and hope that that body gets it home. Why? It relies on the body. It ain't got nothing to do over nothing. It's a spirit. Okay, understand that. So with self-knowledge, you recognize the spirit in you, you acknowledge it, you enlighten it, and you act on it. Why? So it can do what it do when this part is over for you. Stop coming back, moving on. If you live right, nothing special, you're free, and you put yourself into position to receive what? Blessings. Yeah, righteous living earns your blessing. God don't bless you because you're a Christian and you walk around holding it down and all that nonsense. But if you're living right, doing the things you're supposed to do, you get your reward. That's what God said. It ain't a deal. It's a promise. It's a difference in a deal and a promise. Simple. So when you do what you're supposed to do, you get what you're supposed to get. You reap what you sow. No matter how many different ways you slice it, dress it up, it still comes down to the same thing. You have to do what you need to do. How to free yourself from reincarnating? Obtain knowledge of self. Reach Nihas. Harvesthood, Christhood, anointed, whatever it is. But obtain that self-knowledge. Know thyself, and that's how you free yourself. Simple. This prison, they call it the soul trap. I listen to a whole bunch of different views and concepts. And you could take, me being a mixologist and a chemist, an alchemist, you can take a little bit of truth. And because it's truth, we call it cocaine. It's cocaine. You can mix it with a whole lot of cut and acetal, all of that stuff. We use milk sugar back in my day. So now all this other nonsense, you use health food stuff to go with drugs or different concept. But my point to that is, it's some cocaine in there. By the time the big guy get it, give it to the middle guy. The middle guy do what he got to do with it, cut up, and it get to what they call the streets. It's commercial now. It's low quality, low value. Why? Because it's been cut up, went through so many hands that when the people who think they getting something, yeah, you're getting garbage. You have no idea what the goods is. Why? It was good when the person got it. By the time it get to you, it's tainted now. Like religion, anything else. Once it's passed down through hands, Scooby-Doo, roll. Yeah, it ain't pure. It's no longer pure. No. They ask, now the young people got a thing called body count. Women, high body count ain't good. So if you had a whole bunch of people run up in you, everybody don't want that. Moving on. So, and fellas, all women ain't virgins. Okay, you ain't all that. I need to. No, my man. No, let it go. That's somebody's. That's a forest. That's folklore. Moving on. We gotta get past that one. All right. Now, how you free yourself from reincarnating? Obtain knowledge of self. How you do that? Live right. Simple answers. We all have been here for what? We've been here before. Okay, this ain't our first go around. Okay, and the reason we're here because we didn't take care last go around, so it continued. That's the reincarnation stage. When you don't enlighten yourself, you live life on your terms, get what you want, do what you want. Okay, but there's a price to pay for that. It's called reincarnation. All right, when you do the right thing, you get rewarded for that. It's called what? Going home. All the time. Okay, excuse me. I know that when my body dies, and it's going to die and run out, my spirit, aka who I am will what? Continue on that way. Why? Nah, not that way. No. Why? I'm awoke. I'm conscious. I know who I am. Okay. I know why I'm here and I know that I'm doing what I'm here. So that's why. If you got anything other than that, I got degrees. I don't care about your degrees. Neither do he. Okay? Trust me. At the time of judgment day, your degrees, your money, your billions of Jesus, all that means nothing. At judgment day, after death, if you pass the test of knowing thyself by having a light heart compared to the feather of my yacht, that means you pass on to the next level. You ain't coming back. This party here in the earth is done. You moving on to the next life, aka the afterlife. Well, nobody came out to tell you about the afterlife. Okay. Nobody came to tell you about the before life either. So it is what it is. Pick your side. That's all. Just remember, whatever decision that you make, be able to live with it. That's all. Hoping and wishing you right, ain't gonna get it. Simple as that. Live it. Prove it. That's why I tell you every day, if you put your work in, you get what you deserve. Simple as that. It ain't about me. It's about you. I'm doing me. I'm trying to help you do you. That's part of what I do for you. But if you fail in judgment, and there's a whole lot of that going on. There's a whole lot of failure going on. Okay? Trust me. At judgment day, if you fail judgment, you will what? Reincarnate. Okay? That's called what? The cycle of life. Birth and death. Birth and death. Until you break that cycle with what? With waking up and becoming having knowledge of self so you can stop that cycle. Okay? Simple. That's the concept. Am I right? Don't have a clue. Could care less. But that's what I'm rolling with, and I'll find out in the end whether I'm right or wrong. I got a problem with that. If I'm wrong, okay, so be. I've been wrong before. But if I'm right, moving on. And everybody wants to be right. Nobody wants to be wrong. But if you haven't put the work in to do the things you need to do, you're going to be wrong. Moving on. You can't be right without putting the work in. Synonymous. Freedom. Freedom comes from when what? Knowledge. When it's obtained, then it's put to use. I can be smart as a day is long, but if I'm not implementing it, use it, who would ever know? That's all. Moving on. So when you can manifest, you can prove and show, okay, that's what it's about. Freedom is knowing thyself. And the work you put in to make that happen, you'll be blessed for the work that you put in. So along the way, you're getting a reward as you go. Daily. If you live right daily, your rewards will come daily. Your blessings are there when daily. And if you don't have to use it, you stack them up. It's a saving. You can save blessings. You can mount up blessings. Just keep earning them. Just keep earning them. Just keep earning them. Better to have them and don't need them than to need them and don't have them. So if you're living right, you ain't got to worry about it. Okay, if you ain't living right, oh, you got problems. Scooby-Doo, rut roll. Yep. Pray all you want. Get off your knees. Get to work. How about that? Prayer ain't gonna get nothing done for you. You are your own savior. Well, man's last name is Savior. My name should be Savior. Okay, but right is what I go by now. Savior thinking don't roll off the tongue too well. But yeah, Savior meaning you are what? Saving who? Yourself. Become your own hero. Haru is another form for what? Hero that's in you. It ain't outside you. The hero is inside you. And you have to what? Free yourself from what? The ignorance of not knowing yourself. That's the prison that all human beings suffer until what? They become enlightened. Of what? Self. Self, again, knowledge is what frees you from what? Self-ignorance, the prison of that mental prison that they hold you in, and they took the chains off and they gave you that thing called a Bible. So they went from shackles to the mind game. Now you're still 2,000 some years going up, you still stuck mentally, chasing a fictitious ghost that y'all claim to be God. God is within. Moving on. I personally, became free. I was in prison too. I was ignorant as all get up. I was ignorant as they come, man. My ego was big as all outdoors. I learned from the best or the worst at that point. But yeah, I learned that way. Played. Found out that ain't the way I want to play. So I started playing this way. Oh, I like this side. I wish I'd have done this a long time ago. No, but then again, I always ask the question, if this was my calling, why I had to go through all the other nonsense? That's how you got the job. Oh, that prepared me for this. Got it. No problem. So that's what I'm saying. I don't speak from experience. And that's the best part about what my philosophy and what I represent. I'm only telling you what I know. Moving on. That's the best beauty part for me. That's easy. And I personally became free once I learned what? To master every aspect of me, myself. Self-mastery is the best mastery you can have. Mastery in anything other than self means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. When you got self-knowledge, you got everything you need. So everything else, you can decide you want it or not. But if you got self-knowledge, that's all you need. Trust me. All right? Well, you come with okay. Self-mastery, yeah, is the way to become free. Obtaining self-mastery is the way to become free. You can do it just like me. I didn't know what I was doing. How about that? I started this journey 30-some years ago. Had no idea I would end up. Ain't no stopping me now, though. Why? When I'm end up, don't have a clue. But I'm moving. I'm not standing still. Worldly knowledge. We all have that from living, yeah. Scholarly knowledge. Some of us go to school to get higher degrees, PhDs and master's degrees. Yeah, my daughter got that. My son got it, all that. Yeah. Biblical knowledge. My pastor's a master. You got all that good stuff. I got a little bit of all of that. But guess what? And none of them, okay, don't come close to what? My self-mastery, my knowledge of self. I done went through all that, did all of that. But it didn't come to fruition until I got myself together. That's why I do what I do for you. You can do it too. Punchinello. Remember that record? Yeah, all that knowledge will enlighten you and educate you and yeah, give you everything. But it don't give you what? Knowledge of self. All that other knowledge is fine. And it's out there and everybody got it. But how many of us got knowledge of self? That's what I master. If your degrees are in anything other than me or like mine, thyself, means nothing. Trust me. Self-mastery is the one degree that will get you where you want to go in the next life. That master's degree, PhD, and whatever else you got means nothing. Okay, can't take it with you, can't use it. Moving on. So to have it on the wall, I got one. Okay, yeah, it's good, yeah, but it means nothing that Judgment Day. Nothing. Moving on. It becomes what? An heirloom or somebody, one man's trash, another man's treasure. Somebody might want that. Oh, he's my man. I want that as momentum. Been there, done that again. Moving on. But you can't impress me or God with what? Your worldly, biblical, scholarly degrees. You might impress your friends, family, but not me or God. Why? We look past that nonsense. Why? Not if you're living and doing right. Oh, I'm impressed with that. You can impress me with that. Anything else? No, I'm not impressed. Okay. And the beauty thing is seeing young people growing into their own. Not indoctrinated into a bunch of nonsense. So free them. Let them be themselves. A child's supposed to be free, not traumatized and misused and abused. That's not the way to raise a generation of good people. Protect our young. Protect our female. Now, if they grow up and want to go out and do what they're going to do, they're grown to do that, let them do that. But before that, they're still children. Let them be free and let them exercise their right to be children. A child shouldn't have adult problems. I'll never forget a little kid telling me, man, I'm so overwhelmed. A 12-year-old should not be using overwhelming. What the hell you got to was overwhelming you at 12 years old? See, again, too much interacting with grown folk. 12 of your kids should be 12 of your stuff. Not overwhelmed. Sound like your mother. Moving on. Some nonsense. Excuse me, but that little person, get back. All right, let me wrap this up. I'm sorry. All right. It's all about self. You can know a lot of stuff. And if you don't know yourself, you know a lot of nothing. Most of us got a bunch of nothing and swear they got something. All right, where we at? I lost my place down here. Okay, I know a lot of degree holders, and yet I don't care about now one who are so ignorant of themselves, it's almost embarrassing. Okay, to be supposed to be that intelligent, but that stupid at the same time. Okay, what do you call them? Educated fools. Yeah, you got education, but you got no damn common sense. No knowledge of self. How about that? Let me wrap this up again. Freedom. Again, freedom is to be able to think, act, and be like self-mastery is earned. It don't just happen unless you're born white in a privileged situation. But other than that, you got to earn everything you get in this world that I know about. Being a black man in white America, ain't nothing coming to you free. You got to earn it. And watch this. Being ignorant is easy. A lot of us, that's why a bunch of people do it. This is easy. This is the easy level. The higher you go up, the more stuff you got to do. Is people fall off. See how you get thinner? That's the purpose of the pyramid, to show you in life, we all start out at the bottom. Ain't nobody start out at the top. Moving on. But it's easy being ignorant. But becoming conscious, knowing thyself, learning life lessons, oh, that's hard. Prove it right there. Okay, how many of us are there? Okay, when I meet somebody at that level, I don't care what religion you profess. I don't care what your race is, what you get. No, I respect the fact that you got there. How about that? How you got here? Don't care. But you're here. I'm here. I know what it took. I know what it took for me to get there. I can't speak for nobody else. So if they made it, God bless them. Why? Because it wasn't easy for me. That's why. Moving on, let me wrap this up. When you're ignorant, and a lot of us are, of your higher self, and that's the problem for us as a people, and you're working on your ego self, you're going to do bad things. You're going to live negative lifestyle. You're going to do things that's going to be contradictory to what's right. So you'll be turned and come to the devil. The devil is anything in opposition to God. If you ain't doing what's right in God's eyes, you're doing devilish acts. Simple as that. And those are called sins. The penalty for sin is death. Moving on. I'm going out with that. I'm wrapping it up. Now, if you're a slave to your ego, you are ignorant of your higher self. Ego means to edge God out. That means you got no God in you. You just got all ego. And that's going to get you as far as you're going to go, where in this physical world, at the end, it ain't going to be nothing. What? You'll fail. And a lot of us are unknowingly, living and driven by our ego. And still today, still doing it. Living off the ego. Yeah. Been here a few times. Still riding that ego game. Okay? If your ego is in control of you, your life is going to be fettered feel. Y'all call it drama. Baby mama drama, baby dad. Y'all causing all that on yourself. It's self-inflicted. Everything we do, you or your mate, y'all all self-inflicted with ignorance. So ignorance plus ignorance, only be going more ignorant. Moving on. That's the difference. You got to stop that. And again, if you're controlled by your ego, your life is fed and filled when daily. And who you blaming on? Yourself, your ego. That's who's doing it. The devil made me do it. Yeah, the ego. That's the devil in you. Okay, going against God. Why? It don't know God. That's why. Moving on. And it's so, they do it so unconsciously that a lot of people don't pay attention to it. They swear it's the devil. No, it's you. Moving on. Wrapping it up. Right thing of philosophy, goal, is to teach you how to defeat that ego in you with what? Higher self-thinking, righteous living, and understanding and obtaining knowledge of self. That's how you defeat the ego. And that's how you free yourself. That's how you become a self-master. That's what the right thing of philosophy is all about. Hope you get the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100. minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who are free because they know themselves have passed away.